What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Rambling Garage. Today we are starting the phase of something a little new. We're going to be doing something different on the channel. I'm always out here tinkering. I'm not always filming. I usually film when I'm doing something like product specific, or like I'm doing an exhaust, or a very specific thing. But I think today we're going to start by doing what's called just like a vlog series. So if I'm doing like the Firebird or the Trans Am, we're going to have like a Trans Am vlog day. Whether it's this one or the red one, if I'm doing the Square Body, we're going to have Square Body vlog. Ram, Grand Prix, whatever it might be, we're gonna vlog it. It'll be less maybe interesting content, but it'll be content nonetheless. So for example, this one we're gonna start on tonight. This needs diff fluid, oil change, underbody detail, fog lights, and the exhaust adjust. We're gonna do all that, and we're gonna make this car so it's perfect. And then we're probably gonna do a separate vlog where we're gonna come back and detail the whole exterior and show you guys how I do that. With this car specifically, on a low mileage car that doesn't need a whole lot of correction and stuff. So this is the first of that series. Let's jump into it, and let's get this thing in the air and start working on it. So car's in the air. In this video I want to do literally 4 things. So first thing is fog lights. Mine, if we go up here, let me take a look, add some light. That one is a little cracked but in good shape. This one's been missing the lens for like 2 years now. I ordered these right away when it happened, and I never did anything with them. So they're just sitting over here. I haven't even looked at them. Let's make sure that they look correct. They even have brackets. Look at that. Those are nice. Well, those have been sitting on the shelf for 2 years now. We're gonna put in this video, and then over to the other side. Grab that. Grab that too. We've got our diff stuff. So I don't think I'm gonna use a gasket. We'll just use the Permatex. I'm gonna use some severe gear and some slip lock. So we got that. It's usually, I think, about 1.5 quarts. So I have more quarts in the cabinet if we need it. And then here's what we're running for oil, just some Pennzoil. I had good luck with it, and a K&N filter. I know people are going to complain about the K&N. I don't care. I've had good luck with the K&Ns as well. So the oil in here, it only probably has about 600 miles on it, but it's time for it to go. So let's get under there and drain it out, get new oil in here, and work our way back to the diff. After we're done with those, we're going to do the underbody detail and the fog lights. So enough talking, let's get to it. So crawling under here, some might wonder why I need a detail, but it's actually looks pretty good under here. I haven't crawled under here in a while, but a lot of stuff like up in here. I like to clean all that up, so it just bugs me. So while we're cleaning all that up, we're just gonna clean the rest of it, and we'll do a spray wax at the same time, just because that's how I like to do it. Oh, and while we're back there, we're going to figure out where the exhaust is hitting the bottom of the floorboard. It's hitting it somewhere, so we'll fix that as well. So, time for oil. Alrighty, you can see how new that oil is, but it looks new. It's been in there for a while, so I switch it out. Cheap maintenance. You guys see anything different here? This is the wrong filter. As I'm saying, I don't care that I use K&Ns. Of course, this happens. The correct filter is the PS 1007 or the 1007. They have different kinds, but 1007. Try to put that guy on. That is a PS 1017. So somebody did a nice little box switcheroo on me, so that's cool. I am not going to run the same filter because that's not how I do things, even though it's honestly, it's probably fine. But let me see if I have another one sitting around here. If not, I'll have to wait and run to the store tomorrow and get the correct one. And I'd like to go with another Wix. I like to run Wix filters, so that's that's nice. I like that. I wonder if that'll fit anything else I own. Probably not. Well, turns out the 1017 will fit my truck, the Ram, so that's cool. I'll just keep that. I had this one laying around. This one is too big. And then I realized I have a box of like 30 of these. Looked it up and I thought it was PF46. It's got the E on it. I didn't know if that meant like a different thread or something, but turns out these fit. A little bit shorter than the Wix, as you can see, but otherwise they look about the same. So, gonna get that guy in there. I apparently have like 30 of these, so I'm good to go for a while. And these are arguably a better filter than the, well, I don't know. Depends on who you ask, but they're arguably better than the K&Ns. They filter better. Maybe don't flow as well, but filter better. So, get that all set up in there. And we'll top her off and move her way back to the diff. And there, that should make some people happy. No K&N. So, I'm gonna go put some oil in it. And let's work on the old diff back there. Alright, I don't think I've showed this yet. I took off the fuel rail covers. You guys have seen this, but just went back to all stock looking. So, no fuel rail covers, just have the strut tower bar still. I do want to glue that on. That's always been like that, and I've seen in other pictures that nobody else's car is like that. I don't know, it just drives me nuts. But alright, whatever. Let's put some oil in it. Just getting up, I noticed DOT codes there. Midway through 2016. Those are 8 years old. Look how new those are. Huh. I usually don't like to run tires over 8 years, but I don't know. They're getting kind of hard. We'll see what you guys think about that. Alright. Diff fluid's about as easy as, well, changing oil. While we're under here, I want to see where we're hitting the exhaust. I already found it, I think. It's actually, it looks like one of the traction bars is hitting the exhaust, so I should be able to adjust that relatively easily, I think. So we'll do that here shortly, but we're gonna work on, we'll get this guy off. I like to take a look at any tags that we might have. We have a shield of sorts up top. This bracket is here holding on the parking brake, it looks like. We have another bracket for the other parking brake, so we'll just be aware of those. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's see what size we got here. So 12, I think. Alright, I think these are actually technically 1/2 inches, and I think my thought of where my exhaust is hitting is actually the opposite. I feel like it's going up and hitting the heat shield, but we'll see here shortly. So let's start popping these off. Like zero torque to them. Get it RTV'd and back on tonight, and then switch around and do fluids tomorrow and detailed underbody. Pasty. Should come out, and it's not looking too bad. Pretty solid looking fluid. So I'm gonna drain it, pop the cover off, clean the cover up, see if I can get some of that surface rust off it, and RTV it, put it back on. So I got that guy off, just taking a look at the magnet. The miles look like they've been relatively generous to this thing. Not a lot of miles, but again up there, well, it looks brand new. So I gotta scrape that gasket off. No gasket came off on the cover. Could probably, no, I'm not gonna, but we could probably reuse the gasket. But yeah, clean this up, get everything off it, clean the other side up, and put it back on with some RTV and let it sit overnight. Well, cleaned up real nice, got all the gasket material off. I thought I got most of it off. To run over it with a razor blade one more time, but I thought I was just going to use some RTV. This cleanup's so nice, it almost came out in one piece. I'm going to get another gasket in the morning and do it the quote-unquote right way, I guess. So I'm going to let this leak out overnight. We'll come back tomorrow. New gasket, new fluids. That should be it, I think. So there's the top off piece, and yeah, I think that's it. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, so picking up where we left off, I got a gasket. I actually had one sitting out in storage, which actually makes me a little upset because this gasket fits the other Transiem's diff cover, and I didn't realize I had two of them. They're male, I think, or male or whatever. It would have fit fine, but I used RTV instead on the other one, and that kind of makes me mad. So, oh well, I guess is what it is. We'll get that on there. We're gonna put it on dry. It should be fine. The other one was put on there dry. This one's a little thicker, so hopefully this one's all right. Should be all right. Surface is nice and clean. Make sure the diff surface is clean too, and we'll get it put on there. All tightened up. Here's to hoping you guys could see at least a little bit of that. I'm gonna fill over here. I don't know if you guys can see the fill hole on the top side, but I'm gonna do it off camera. But you fill until it just starts to dribble out, and then you're full. So I'm gonna add some slip additive, limited slip additive to it, and we'll get it topped off. And then we're gonna go work on something else. And we're on to the front. So these are pretty easy, I think. You get little pull tabs up in here that I already took off. 3 of them. Then once you get up in there, hopefully you can see your fog lights there. We'll just hold on by 2 bolts here. So we're gonna pop those off. You can't really get the camera in there, so I'm gonna do that off camera. But we'll come back to you when we got new fog lights. New fog lights are in. I already did the other one, but let's do that one together. Haha, that looks so nice. Much better than that or that. So let's go test them out, make sure they work. Alrighty, just fog lights should be that one. You can see them already. Just go make sure. 1 fog light, 2 fog light. Sweet, they look good. So we got fog lights done, diff fluid done, oil change done. I started underbody detailing up here. Not sure how well you can see, but just getting under the nose and stuff, and a little bit up in there. So we're gonna do the rest tomorrow. We're gonna adjust the exhaust, and then it should be done, and we'll go for a ride. And eventually we'll do the exterior on this as well. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. And another day, time to do the underbody detail, and I think we're done for this video. So got our spray detailer, a rag, and we're just gonna go to town under there. So let's get to it. I'm hoping to get this done soon and get started on the detail, but we shall see. Alright guys, man, oh man, this is one of my favorite things to do. Just get this thing looking as good as you can. Nothing we're going to be able to do about like this stuff. It's all just surface rust on uncoated steel. You could probably use like an evaporust on it and spray it off, but it's just going to come back, and that's how they all are, so it's not like it's anything out of the ordinary. So we'll leave it, but got the rest of the car looking pretty dang good, if I might say so myself. I cleaned up the exhaust a little bit in spots, and yeah, it looks good. So that's about it. I think it's time to clean the outside. Alright guys, it's not fun videoing under here, but this is where my exhaust was hitting, right here. So there's less space there. It was like maybe 1/8 of an inch off the underbody there, so I unbolted everything up by the Y pipe and moved it down a little bit. You can see it made a little scratch in the paint there. Not a big deal. And still have clearance over the trans brace here. Whatever they call it, the tunnel brace. So, looks good. I think we're about done under the car. I keep seeing all these little spots that I missed. It's driving me nuts. So, I think it looks good. We're going to get upstairs, or up top, and wrap this video up, go for a little drive. Alright guys, so that's the end of our first Trans Am vlog. We got a good bit done on the WS6. I'm now remembering that I threw it out in storage right now. I'm remembering that I forgot to do figure eights to wear in that anti-chatter fluid in the diff, so I gotta go back out there and do that, but all in all, I feel pretty accomplished. We got a good bit done. The fog lights I've been wanting to do forever. The diff fluid, I think we could have skipped. It looked pretty good, but we really should maintain that and do better at that. 24 years, that's a lot of time. So typical oil change, whatever. The exhaust does not clunk anymore. The car just squats and goes, which is nice. So still got a little bit left to do on that car. We'll do another vlog like this in the future. I got the power steering is mostly bled. It still whines just a tiny little bit, but we're getting there. So the next Trans Am vlog we're going to be doing is going to be on the 89 GTA, so I will see you guys there. That's got a little bit of stuff that I want to work on as well, so looking forward to that. But I appreciate you guys joining for this one, and I look forward to doing more Trans Am vlogs in the future. I just want to, again, say thanks for joining, and we'll see you guys then.